drama. From Niger football madness to global sport cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set, go!
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. This is where sports meets swagger. No boring breakdowns, just pure energy, passion, and premium banter with
from John Duran. Open up.
I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland.
Love is not enough, baby. Come to me, Molo. Love me or you hate me, know me. No mess with me, Molo. And I see 250, come along, titi. She said, "Pesa nothing in a Maserati." Hey, baby, easy. Fine boy like you, easy. Lucky Leo, Molo Timo Veno. Me, I just want to be high. Me, I just want to be high.
Let's get naughty. Can't call mommy, can't call daddy. Vision blurry, words are sorry. What's in my boat? The sky is falling. Wake up and jump start. I could chop you like come be my yoga. I can get away from these things. I love the way you got me feeling. No, my love, baby girl, no limit. My love. Lucky me, I just want to be high.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Cruise live from Mainland 98.3 FM, the Friday edition of the show, and ultimately the last edition of the show for the week. Hey, it's been an explosive week, action-packed in the world of UEFA Champions League. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course, maybe mixed results for English teams in the Champions League. For Arsenal, Liverpool, and Tottenham Hotspur, they had the maximum point. In fact, Arsenal kept a clean sheet from 83rd minute and above. We also saw it on Wednesday as their captain, VVD, got that knock-in in their third goal for a 3-2 victory at Anfield against the Ḥ in the FA Champions League. We'll talk about all of that on the show today as well. The ongoing World Athletic times is won gold in the World Athletic Championship 200 meters, and he did it again. Despite being sidelined, it was also taken away from us. It was verified that from the Spanish League all through to tomorrow, Sunday, the big one at the Emirates Stadium with Arsenal hosting Manchester City, and of course, Ajan in Baku. And after our first practice session today, guess who's taking at the pole position? It is Lewis Hamilton. Let's see how it goes there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got so much to talk about on the show today. We're to result of games that were decided, and Chelsea have not celebrated the win, and then they lost to Bayern. They lost to Swansea in the Carabao Cup. For the former Tottenham Hotspur manager, let's see if he's going to be lucky this time. I know Marinakis is not the most patient club owner. Talking about this that we're going to be talking about today. We'll also ask for us by the world champion, talking about Cambodia Wonder Race, setting a new reflection. Do we get to learn anything at all? I will talk about all of that on the show today. After being sidelined for 4 months due to injury and coming off a disappointing in men's 200 meters as well. I don't know where you rate him, but Lyles, he's through the heat with a 19.99 seconds, but it was in the semi-finals that he's 8 seconds in the semi-final, marking himself as a serious medal contender. In the finals, Lyles exploded out of the block through level, though were almost level, but in the final stretch, Lyles surged ahead to defend his title at 19.52 seconds, equaling Usain Bolt's feat of 4 consecutive world titles over 200 meters. Bednarek got the silver in 19.58, while Level secured bronze with a 19.64 seconds, out deeping Tebogo, who returned a season's best comeback. We'll slide straight up into everything you need to get to know on the show today. We'll also open the phone lines real quick. What do you make of the Team Nigeria's performance, being Nigeria and also acted in the Nigerian way? We'll be right back.
A friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
It's not your regular sports show. This is Sport Cruise, only on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. From hot transfer gist to Champions League drama, from Niger football madness to global sport cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set, go!
This is where sports meets swagger. No boring breakdowns, just pure energy, passion, and premium banter with your favorite crew on deck every week. Sport Cruise, where sports meets vibe.
That is a princely strike from John Duran. Open mouth
that way you did they make me day happy. I'm falling for you long time, yeah. I go through, I'm in love, and I'm no get joy. I will be loving you. I see nothing bigger than you, baby. Anything I could do, I'm in love. You're in my fortune, baby, it's your baby. Looking good, your love was in
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of my finest Cʀᴜɪsᴇ, and of course, the very best of sports stories from all around the world. And you know, again, we'd always have a star artist focus for Friday. Today is which is Cʀᴜɪsᴇ Gold. Well, I think my favorite art to be jury of all times. Maybe Oriente. I don't know. It could be his verse in Pami, whatever. For the Champions League group stage for women was also done today, and some mouth-watering feature for the defending defending champions, the Arsenal women. They will play Lyonnais in the first game. They play Bayern second. They play Real Madrid. They play against Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen have to invoke the spirit of Xabi Alonso as they had to come from 2 goals. They had to come from behind twice. The injury to Victor Osimhen, because he was absolutely missed in that particular game. Yeah. The other one as well, the return to Manchester City for Kevin De Bruyne did not go according to plan. He had to be substituted early after Di Lorenzo picked up a red card. That's the captain of Napoli. So there had to be a tactical change, and Kevin De Bruyne, I felt bad. I looked at the picture when it was...
It's not what he planned for, but you know, the game of football, anything can come up at any time. So that was why he had to make that sacrificial line. I
don't know where that issue came from, but I felt like, saying that Kev the King, and then it shows how much he loved. 10 years, he played at that magnificent Etihad.
It was really incredible. Making countless of saves.
Well, I mean, I remember the last time he met Arsenal over both legs for Champions League against PSG. We knew with
Alan scoring his 58 Champions League.
Yeah, 50 goals in 49 games.
Yeah. With his age, it's very, very incredible.
So when we talk about records are there to be broken. Yes. But you see the medals you won, your name will never be erased from those medals.
He's won the Champions League already. Yes. So even if he doesn't even get to play Champions League football again for the rest of his life, he's a Champions League
winner. Harry Kane is the greatest player to ever play for Tottenham Hotspur because he scores such amount of goals.
He doesn't have a choice to show.
Going to break every available record. Maybe even record of goalkeepers, he will break it.
Probably might retire in Manchester.
How do you score 50 goals in 49 Champions League games?
So it looks like Haaland is at a disadvantage in the context of
he
probably might not get to win the Ballon d'Or in his career.
Why? Because
we have the likes of Lamine Yamal, we have the likes of Kylian Mbappe. These players are show-off players. Erling Haaland is just there to score. And I'm of the opinion that Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha ahead or we continue to be ahead of Erling Haaland.
Why?
Because that's an exception.
That season, that explosive season, because I kept saying it, that if Pep Guardiola brings in Haaland, I'm missing puzzle in that plug and play system of Man City. And then the moment Haaland came, you knew that was the match day 22 in the Premier League. He has broken the record of
the Ballon d'Or. Now don't forget that it was that same season that Spain won the European Championship. Yes, now, can Erling Haaland replicate that performance or that?
At that age, he's already the highest goal scorer for Norway. In fact, he has broken that record with 8 goals now for Norway at that young age.
He scored 5 goals in the last international window.
So the Haaland was playing in a tough European country.
Spain, England,
able to match his club performance with the national team. If England had come close twice,
maybe Bayern
was because he has played at Tottenham Hotspur for too long. Now that he's at Bayern, he's won his and that's the fact. Sometimes you are so good with your club, and then there's that national team. So each time I look like players like Giggs
or Salah.
No, see, Salah, see, okay, Egypt is bigger than Norway on the global scale.
On the global scale.
The way Egypt had dominated African football, Norway does not have it. If Norway are playing next season, they will be playing the second tier of the UEFA Nations.
Yeah.
And then he's able to replicate what he did at Liverpool last season. Bro, there's no way he would not have a bigger shot, and he's getting now for
who gets to win the Premier League, Champions League, everything.
The Carabao Cup and the FA Cup.
I will say this for a fact, that the Ballon d'Or winner will not be Mo Salah.
You are scoping.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, so what do you think?
Because there's that stereotype.
There's no stereotype. It will be like times 2. Yes. I don't even know whether it's Lamal or it's Rafinha or it's Harry Kane or it's Mo Salah or anybody.
And that was because of his performance for PSG.
Because of that level of dominance, and whether you like it or not, the Ballon d'Or is a French award. And a French player has not won it before in I can't remember the last time who did it.
They won the Champions League, they won their league, they won.
So if Salah goes on to win the African Cup of Nations, And
They win the league,
Liverpool
they win
goes
the
on to win the
Champions
league. Barcelona.
Yes, off-season.
Because
I think Rafinha had a better
in Barcelona, Rafinha had a better season. Rafinha had a better season. But everybody's saying that it should
for the future.
Exactly. So if you, there's no way you would tell me that if Salah has such a big season with Liverpool, a big season means retaining the Premier League, the least, right?
Yeah. But I will actually say time is not actually on his side, because if he wants to win that Ballon d'Or, he has to be now.
I don't think there's that now. I mean, Lionel Messi still won the Ballon d'Or 3 years ago.
But the World Cup is the constant here. The World Cup is the constant.
In England, probably he just has 2 years.
So the World Cup cannot be a constant because the World Cup comes once in 4 years.
But when we are talking about the World Cup,
league of your country. The league of your country is a constant.
The World Cup here,
the Hakimi popped up at some point. He won. In fact, Ousmane Dembele was a 2025 Heroes dangerous run. He scored in the quarterfinal and the final.
The final of the Champions League.
As a defender. So I mean, you can easily put Achraf, whether you like it or not. Achraf Hakimi is the next cup player of the year in waiting. There's nothing anybody wants to do about that one.
Everyone knows.
And I think he's going to finish in the Mendes to speak. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. I like that quick digression so that people will have an idea.
Official Ballon d'Or, is he X-page now, or one of their social media pages
came up?
So when we saw Rodri, we also saw that it was Rodri that refused to.
And it's actually affecting Manchester City.
Maybe Michael Owens was worse.
Ooh, okay, a lot of people didn't even know when won the Ballon d'Or.
What will we not say about Luka Modric?
Luka Modric. He had a good
return to the Champions League, and then just what we expected at St. James Park, 2-1 in favor of Barcelona. And of course, I said it yesterday before the game that I saw the starting lineup.
I asked myself that why did Manchester United?
He's also the first English player.
We are actually feeling that
the first English player to smash.
Ending his contract was actually fake.
It was fake. There was no way. So I mean, to see him. So you knew that the pressure was on.
Goal of the week.
Goal of the week contender. Absolutely. I mean, a big moment. I mean, congratulations to Rashford. 2 goals, 3 points for Barcelona at one of the most difficult. They say
actually the coach.
They say if one person who does not spoil, your own may not be good. And I'm glad that he took that opportunity. Well, Sporting, defeated Kairat Almaty by 4-1. But the biggest moment of the night was Kairat Almaty's goal. That club is. So they are sandwiched between a country, an island within Singapore and Taiwan.
They are close to Asia.
They are half Asian, half European. And I'm trying to understand.
That's the beauty of the expanded Champions League. If it had been in 32 format,
they probably would never have FB Stuttgart versus St. Pauli. And the transfer there's Aḻ Jabso versus Cagliari by 7:45 in the French Ligue 1. Olympic later tonight by tonight and tomorrow are big games in all of the major leagues across Europe, of course, are beginning from American Express Stadium versus Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur in a world of their own. 4 wins out of 5 games, 4 clean sheets. Big shout out to Agbatomi. He made this call that Tottenham was going to compete for the Premier League title with the bringing in of Thomas Frank. And with the way it's going right now, they're having the same season.
We are actually getting the best.
And Richarlison also scoring goals.
See.
For me, the fact that Sᴘᴏʀᴛ is actually
injured, and then there's Madison also out.
Kudus too exceptional.
Richarlison for me scoring goals is not even the sweetest part. It's the way he's moving into spaces.
I mean, maybe he wasn't given the freedom to roam.
When they defeated Burnley 3-0, was really exceptional.
Because I'm looking at what you are doing as a striker when you are not with the ball, and that's why I feel like the criticism on Victor Gyökeres has been really unfair. Nottingham Forest didn't start well at the Emirates Stadium last week when they changed their manager.
But sincerely, I have a Euro post, and at the end of the day, you tend to sack him. I've actually been seeing rumors about it that they are going to sack
even from last season.
Nuno turned himself into being sacked.
Yes.
That's a call for anarchy, and I think that's what Ruben Amorim is also trying to do. He's speaking himself into being sacked.
Saying they can afford to change him.
You make a lot of money.
Sacked managers.
On managers.
Same thing to Jose Mourinho.
They spoke. I think they had a meeting.
And then he also came to talk about it again today.
I've never seen any manager that doesn't keep his cards close to his chest.
So
he doesn't have cards.
See, imagine a manager coming out to confirm
that who would have started.
No.
Onana was gone, and then you want to train a new manager at the Manchester derby. No.
Donnarumma was what? Donnarumma was what?
So you want to listen.
You want to compare Donnarumma
Wait, guys.
Donnarumma is the new signing.
Guys, wait. You want to compare the manner at which Onana left the goalkeeping situation at Manchester United. You want to compare it to Manchester City, Man City. It was a moment of okay. You have to leave. It was time for him to. Onana started 150 goals in 102 games, and in that 150 goals, you still. So imagine if you maybe you had like 10 clean sheets. You'll be entering West Ham United. It looks like Graham Potter's misery continues. He's going to be the next manager, and maybe they will sack him and bring in Nuno because English league is
just like the MPFA.
English Premier League is looking like MPFA now. Can the Baboye list platoon that the goats Globe Stars?
What I mean, like what the supporters are expecting from them is like.
They need to manage their expectations. West Ham is a small club. Hello. West Ham is a small club. Manage your expectations. If you were really sure of what you had, then you had no business sacking David Moyes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, because you won the Conference League, you want to compete for the Premier League title. Hello, sir. It's not working. So because they weren't exactly getting. See, after winning the Conference League, the season started and West Ham went back to where they used to be. Yeah. But the fans were expecting that, we've won the Conference.
I mean, before you also move on, Okwemi, I have this to say. I know it's going to spark a lot of controversy. What this new season. And let's also take a look at what happened with Chelsea against Bayern Munich. That was a proper litmus test. I mean, Club World Cup. They made the likes of LAFC, Flamengo, Fluminense, Esperance, all of them, and in the final, they defeated PSG. What would have happened? So there's no way we can take out the place of luck or.
Agbatomi.
No.
I know you.
I'm not saying the Champions League.
Okay, so I don't live on illusion. I live on reality. There's no need imagining what did not happen for World Cup for the final.
They were beaten by PSG.
A team that was not beaten won it. What's your problem with Chelsea?
They were beaten by PSG.
What is your problem? What is your problem with Chelsea's work?
The Conference is very Champions League.
You are angry because Liverpool did not qualify.
No. Chelsea met Fluminense, Esperance, met LAFC, met Flamengo, all of them, and in the final they played against PSG.
Oh yeah, wait.
That PSG side.
Oh yeah, wait. You see, you people like problem. There's nothing you want to do about it. Even if you like, have 20 badges on your own jersey. You're not a world champion. So you want to justify your third class, Abby? Okay. So you tell me that first class student. My brother Obina is a Chelsea fan, and he sent me a voice note. He said,
they need to dust their.
See, whether Chelsea, and I'll say it, banter aside, Chelsea is the most successful English club in the last year.
Manager is not getting into it, they fire.
And that's where I'm. Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues in the in 2022.
2021 was when
everything in PSG. He won it for Chelsea.
Exactly.
So there's something about Chelsea's model. They've had more than 15 managers since Roman Abramovich took over, and those ones they are different leagues. So you need to give it to them. You may not sponsor one past world champion. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy.
Understand that they actually picked. No, I'm not.
If you're even mentioning clubs, let's run into the fixture season. I would also be entertaining new boys in a disaster.
Manchester has not lost in the last 12 years.
Had only 3 wins and 4 draws. Always draw. Okay, and of course at Craven Cottage, the landlord play for fun. It's only Nigeria that does not play well.
It's when he gets to play like Messi.
When it comes PM, Spanish La Liga, Girona, Agudos Levante, and of course the most successful sporting franchise in the history of mankind, Real Madrid with those Español. There will be days where we have to tell you to go out when we want to analyze European competition. As a man, we tell you to excuse us from the studio.
They had a mission to win the Premier League in their 150th year.
The only one they should win are Grimsby collector. Between Villarreal and Osasuna would be also by 5. Against Arsenal, 2 goals to nothing. Well, in the German Bundesliga, there's also a Bayern Munich at a 2 Did you see? Out also by 2:30 and by 5 p.m. And there's also Udinese versus AC Milan by 7:45. In the French Ligue 1, there's Nantes versus Rennes by me. Your mic is off because your mind is the French League on is for, of course, struggling Aston Villa this season. Yeah. Well, they also got knocked out in the Carabao Cup as well. Well, for people coughing. Take Sharwa, drink water. I'm a big optimist, and I've always believed that if you can get things done, Ando Pirate and Stellenbosch. And I had to talk to my friend, Machaba at SABC after 1,729. Bro, you needed to see the quote, and I'm like, wait a minute.
If you can do this in Nigerian
next of Rivers United Cup. We also talk about that as well. We're back here. Enugu Rangers versus Abia Warriors. Eyimba, top of the table, that have won only one game so far this season. And of course, they would hope to get sales vessel playing on the continent this weekend. Let me bust a bubble. So all of our have home stadiums to play. So what did I start this? What did I start this week? I said the best. They don't have home stadium.
It's going through innovation.
That means they don't have home stadium.
When United, where they will go to, where they will come to Nest of Champions.
When we don't have home stadium, will you call someone else home your home? Are you Star versus New Boys Cʀᴜɪsᴜ? I would also end our proceeding.
I don't know if you remember him. He won the MPFL with what's the name? Remo Stars last season. It's now their that statement was just as a result of wanting to let Nigerians know.
Please see. Well, it's welcome. You was boasting that they want to return to the continent. They want champions.
Hello, my name is to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
If you give me reason.
The Rodo weekend, no doubt about that. Rayo Vallecano on Sunday will square up against Celta Vigo, and Real Mallorca would also, action by 3:15 on Sunday against Real Mallorca. Elche versus Real Oviedo. There's entrance Frankfurt versus Union Berlin. Iduna is Roma versus Lazio. Well, there's also New Boys Cremonese fresh against Parma. There's Torino versus Atalanta, French Ligue 1 versus Strasbourg. There's also AS Monaco versus Metz. There's AG Osre versus Toulouse. There's La Havre versus PSG. Those are the games. Big game, no doubt about that.
I actually say Monaco is not, because I didn't expect the scoreline I saw yesterday.
You never expect
what happened in the aircraft cabin that they boarded? They had to go to look for. No, I'm not trying to give any.
You don't see it in Nigerian Premier Football League. What are you saying?
You can't compare what. For example, if Igoru City wants to go and play Kano Pillars on Sunday, they will leave as
happening on one of my favorite circuits of all time, which is Azerbaijan. It's a street circuit. So, in case you don't know how it's close enough, and then people can feel the excitement of that circuit. I love it, and it's going to be on the circuit till 2031.
Exactly. So, Land Norris came first. Oscar Piastri was also second in the second practice test as well. We had another what's it called now to the end of this circle circuit talking about this weekend.
Into this one, we've got a big game this weekend, which is Chelsea versus.
That's the biggest.
I said there's a big. Well, Manchester United owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe visited the training ground to club in the world, but we always want to win. This guy talks too much.
In fact, he was even saying there is more pressure on him. Actually got to
this guy grants interview like every market day.
On the pitch.
Every market day.
That formation is not working.
Well, there were talks were normal. Ratcliffe was at Carrington to meet with the under pressure head coach ahead of Sunday's game against Chelsea. And when asked about Sir Jim Ratcliffe's visit, no, it's a normal thing just to show support, explaining that it's a long project. He has many times. This is my third season to see all of the data around the team. So it's a normal meeting, and we've had that severally, but in this moment, it's a normal that people pay attention to that. In the second round by Grimsby Town this weekend. Does that end it for Ruben Amorim? That is giving the NPFL vibes.
Exactly, but
yeah, Brentford
at the better side, just at the better side, and I just believe that Chelsea will win this one. Chelsea will beat Man U tomorrow.
Let's see how it goes. Let's talk to Ejiofor real quick.
My man, good evening.
Hey, G-man.
My grandfather.
Just won that cup. That's what I want to say.
Thank you.
On Sunday, we are going to see a very fast.
That's not big call. I mean, the last time let's do this 30 seconds.
Hello, good evening.
Michael, you're welcome.
Don't let me take much of your time, man. I see the time has already gone. So, I don't know waiting on Chelsea collect from your hand. That's number
Manchester United, the biggest club in England. Please, respect to
Manchester.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everyone for coming through as usual. We've come to the end of the show. Osebo, we can't pick your call. Osebo, let me give you 10 seconds.
I don't think this guy.
You see why I picked that call? Next stop is Lady Mo. What is the caller?
Lady Mo.
Lady Mo.
Lady Mo.
Well, keep your dial locked only on Mela 98.3 FM because we are the